What's up, everybody? It's your boy, For Real Shocker, the 96 here with the G8DL Week 4 going against Jimmy and his Dark Gloom Dooms, or you're just going to go Jimmy. But before we get into this video, I first want to say, if you guys can't hit the like button if you're already subscribed to the Phil Shocker crew today, you be friendly with the King of the Crew. I want to quickly make a note here on before we get into this team builder. I did make 4 transactions to this team beforehand. So let me quickly go over those transactions with you guys. We unfortunately did drop my girl Aroma Tease perfume, and we picked up a Selgar. I needed hazards on this team. I only have 1 Stealth Rocker on this team. I felt like, and plus, Selgar has been a Pokemon. I don't know why. I mean, I've had here and there usage with it, but not much, you know? Excuse me. But it's definitely a Pokemon I still want to get into trying with. We did drop Celebi to pick up Hatterene, though. Hatterene has been a Pokemon I've been just dying to try. I know I've used G-Max Hatterene in the past, but the difference between a G-Max and a regular form, I want to see how well I can use the regular form over the G-Maxes, because I definitely think I'm better with the G-Max forms so far than the regular Pokemon, but I haven't tried them yet. But nonetheless, I'm really excited to try Hatterene. I wanted this as my G-Max, but it's not going to let me. So we're not going to talk about that. But now I picked up regular Hatterene. I unfortunately dropped Oboe. I'm sorry I dropped off like a sack of potatoes. But we picked up Tangrowth. I realized something really important on my team. There is no grass type, which means extremely bulky waters come against my team very much rarely. The only thing I have for bulky water answers potentially is Silent Toad and Rotom Heat, but Rotom Heat cannot be a most reliable answer. I also made my last transaction and dropped Sableye, which I'm a little upset about because Sableye would have been so nice. I love prankster shenanigans, he's a little trickster, and I love it, but maybe someday. But I picked up Vanillix. Now, obviously last season I dropped Vanillix and went Sand and was able to make it all the way to the finals. This time, I wanted to make sure I wanted to make my team a little more mixed. So now this team gives me a Veil offensive, but also Veil plus Trick Room, which makes this team more dangerous and more harder to prep for. It does force certain mons to run certain moves, which is really, really good. It does force heavy duty boost mons. It's very, very good because it gives me insight knowledge that I really want. But nonetheless, let's break down Jimmy's team. Jimmy's team consists of a G-Max of Blastoise, Weavile, Chandelure, Galarian, Weezing, Slowbro, Rotom Fan, can't tell Slowbro by the way, Hitmontop, Hydreigon, Dusknoir, the boy Jolteon, and Amoonguss. But looking at this matchup, I was originally going to think probably Blastoise, Weavile, Chandelure, Amoonguss, potentially Jolteon, Rotom Fan, and then maybe Slowbro, so Hitmontop. But with the transitions I made, I feel like this is the changes to this. This time I don't think Amoonguss comes. With Amoonguss now being in my team, Spore is no longer really good, and I've got so many more options to Amoonguss. Jolteon actually kind of could be replaceable over Fan because of Weather Ball shenanigans, but I just don't know. Dusknoir could come over something like, say, Chandelure because of use my Trick Room against me. Hydreigon does have some viability options, but I don't really know if it's going to come. Hitmontop very well could come to this matchup as well. It's actually got a bit of a better matchup now versus a decent amount of my stuff. Before it was already decently enough a good match. So, nonetheless, really somewhat threatening team here. I definitely think the G-Max Blastoise, potentially a Shell Smash set if he gets it off at the right moment, could be very deadly to me. Weavile, offensive as all hell. I think Choice Banded Weavile just makes so much sense. Choice Scarf Chandelure, just to make sure it's out faster than it goes to my mons that are base 80 or low, or that are base 80 or lower, or something like that. Galarian and Weezing, I think a really good, especially defensive one, really comes as well. I think Slowbro for teleport shenanigans and just being an overall wall. And I think Rotom Fan is his main use of default in this matchup, just to make sure he's quite annoying. So, let's go ahead and break down the team. We have got first here, it's Liz, the Rotom Heat Choice Scarf this week, 48 HP, max special attack, 280 speed. This is guaranteed to be faster than Choice Scarf. Chandelure, and it's basically faster than everything else in this team, except if Weavile or Hydreigon do come, and they are indeed Choice Scarf. But Overheat, Volt Switch, and Thunderbolt, that's all I really needed for this matchup. Trick is there too in case I want to cripple something like, say, Weezing potentially if I really wanted to. But again, if I see Black Sludge, I don't want to do that. So there's lots of situations around there. Nuts and bolts is coming back. We're rocking the Oka Berry. I might have to go back and decide on this item, but I want something like a Reducing Berry or a Lum Berry or something. Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Gyro Arm, Bash, and Facade. Why Thunder Punch over Ice Punch when there is a a Rotom fan? Thunder Punch is a neutral hit that can potentially two-shot if it's not a max defensive set. And also, it does give me something to still hit Blastoise, because if you look at my other two moves, Earthquake and Facade, they don't really hit Blastoise, and I still want to hit Blastoise for super effective damage. 156 HP, 168 attack, Adamant Nature, 8 defense, and 176 speed. Basically, the design of this set is to let me get burned or anything like that. Earthquake, Under Punch, and Iron Fire Bass. Outside of being burned, just do so much damage. Facade is really good to bait and burns and stuff like that, because again, if he loses his Ghost type early to me, or his Ghost type is weak to where Earthquake hits on a switch and kills it, Facade spam is basically guaranteed me to win me this game. So again, there's an option to maybe look for Choice Span if I really want to go that route as well, but you never know. Up next, we're reading the debut of Witchcraft. I think Witchcraft has got a phenomenal matchup. Trick Room Psychic, Giga Drain, Dazzling Gleam, Life Orb, Max HP, 116 defense with the Bold Nature, 88 special attack, 52 speed depth. This is kind of designed to be, your semi-defensive mon, but it's primarily going to be offensive once we get that Trick Room off. There are so many good options to get Trick Room off against some of these mons. If in case we do need to take a hit, though, that is very much potential the case like things like Wheezing. We can sit in front of Slowbro. Giga Drain is there for Slowbro and the Blastoise. The Psychic is pretty much overall strong stab, and D-Gleam is there for against stab, but also checks what we need to hit for super effective damage. Oh, excuse me, by the way. I'm getting ready to go to bed soon. Up next, we got Froggers here. Very mixed defensive, primarily a little bit more Spadef defensive this week. Stealth Rock, Drain Punch, Scald, Knockoff, 196 HP, 16 attack, 12 special attack, 160 defense, 168 Spadef with a Sassy Nature. Basically, this is also another one that can semi-take advantage of the Trick Room as well against some of his fast mons. We are running the Water Absorb, which is a little more risky. I think Poison Touch in this matchup is a little bit better. But what I like about Water Absorb, it switches in on Slowbro, it switches in on G-Max Blastoise, so it can't use its G-Max Blast move unless that move ignores abilities, which I think it does. I may be wrong. Excuse me. But nonetheless, I think Stealth Rocks are really important in this match because he has very limited defogger. It does force so many heavy duty boots users. Drain Punch is there to check on Weavile and to be able to just get some chip damage off. Skull is just your real good stab. I did not decide to go with any form of other stab. I am going with Knockoff because Knockoff is really good to remove items as well. It is going to be a little risky because of that Rotom. I may delete Knockoff and put something, because again, I also have to lose to Blastoise. I may put something like, say, Scald on here. I may put something like Ice Beam or something like that. I don't know. But we'll have to look over this one more time. Up next, we're bringing Gengar with I am so risky with this week. Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Knockoff. Knockoff's a very weird move on this thing. I understand that. But Knockoff's actually really good to get any potential switches from Weavile to potentially Spadef, Bulky, Wheezing, or something like that. Just to get rid of their items so they're not that annoying. 136 HP, 4 defense, max special attack, modest nature, 116 speed. We are faster than guaranteed Chandelure if it is not Choice Scarf. We are faster than it. I did take the risk. Of running Modest over Timid to make sure I'm faster than Hydreigon. But again, if I really feel like I need to get the switch off, I go for the D-Max, I go for Dazzling, or I just click Dazzling, one of the two, just to make sure I hit as far as I can on the switch in and stuff like that, in case I also need to switch out. And last but not least, also making her debut this week, we are bringing Vanilla with the Light Clay with Snow Warning. Freeze Dry, Blizzard, Ice Stab is just super really good in this matchup because, again, it's really just offensively good against this type, but he does not have a really good, reliable Steel type on his team to really want to take a hit right here. Running that Aurora Veil because 8 turns of Veil is really good. And we're actually packing Water Pulse. Water Pulse is actually really good, so it lets me hit the Chandelure on a switch in. Does give me a confusing chance. We are running Modest, Max HP, Max Special Attack for a bit of bulk, but offensive prowess, core, and Spadef just to give us a little more bulk right there. I decided not to run any speed because I wasn't going to really outspeed anything I really wanted to outspeed. And if it's one of a defensive wall, I can get my free Aurora Veil. But that's going to be the team, guys. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'm Phil Chucker, the AC Tech Dog. I'll see you guys in the battle. Until next time, guys. Peace.